Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Wade, and every week we do a podcast.
A podcast?
Well, it's kind of like a radio show, but no music, and it's cool.
We talk about all things geeky and pop culture related. You know, comics, movies, video games, weird stuff.
And we have special guests.
Really? Special guests?
So we decided to film some to show you what it's like.
Welcome to
Geek Speak Live.
Welcome to Geek Speak Live. I'm your host, Todd Bailey. You are, of course, tuning into Australia's #1 geek pop culture-related podcast and TV series. And joining me tonight, my co-host with the most, the one, the only. He makes women, apparently, go weak at the earlobes.
What?
That's a special trait.
Who told you that?
Hey, women talk. Women talk.
Really?
It's Mr. Wade Cobson. Hi, big fella.
Wake ups on pots and pans. Thank you very much.
Yeah, ready for a lovely show again?
I am indeed.
It's been a big series thus far.
It has
We've had a lot of
indeed.
great guests and stuff like
I
that.
can't remember what number this is.
I don't know.
I don't
but
think
anyway.
anyone can.
And joining us tonight, our host of regular Geek Speak, our webisodes. Mm-hmm. And he's back. He was on a few weeks ago
Yes.
here on Geek Speak Live, but he's back to join us again. Steve Muller. Where's Steve? Where is... It's hard to get a good guess. It's... Ginge. Something's touching me.
What do you fear the most?
I actually fear that someone's going to find my pornography collection under my bed. Hello, Steve.
Why would you?
gentlemen.
Why would
love-
you be afraid of that?
Hey, I live alone. I don't know why.
I'd be afraid if someone was in your house.
It's a guilty thing, isn't it? It's like you don't want people to know that you look at it. You know? Just in case they think that what you're into is weird or something
What?
like that. They look at it and go,
What
"That
kind of
guy's
porn are you looking at?
Superhero porn. I like capes and tights.
That's the name of the magazine, isn't
Capes
it?
and tights. Which is weird because there's no capes and tights in there. Anyway.
The white elephant in the room.
It is.
Sorry.
What an awesome costume.
Thank you.
Is that your cosplay getting ready for Supernova? Or?
Well, no, it was never really a cosplay. It was just on my advice, a friend's birthday party. She was going to do a bit of a Marvel theme.
Yep.
I'm like, Marvel versus DC. Gave us a bit of an option. So this was a party costume.
The Scarecrow.
If I do this as a cosplay, you know, it'll be a bit more effort involved. This was, you know, a couple of days, just quickly.
Looks good, though, doesn't it?
Together.
It looks very well
I
done.
like it. But please, for the love of God, can I see your normal face? Oh, all right. You know, you'll scare the kiddies.
Where'd you get the syringes from, man? Is that those lollies that you
He
can
picked
buy?
them up from the valley for Fortitude.
Oh,
From the
It's
gutter one Friday
surprisingly
night.
easy to be able to buy syringes from a pharmacy.
really?
And, well, the syringes and the needles are just alfoil. Yeah, it works.
Very clever.
It
Freaks
does.
people out.
Well,
I
it
like
would.
Anyway, how are you, sir?
The rubber gloves are the things that are freaking me up.
Yeah, we're at that age, Gins, where sometimes you've got to go see a doctor, and if they bring out the rubber gloves, I run.
You're standing there with your hands on the table, and you just.
Why do they always ask you to cough? Is it to take your mind off it or what? You know, it's just like...
I don't know
we're
what
just
doctors you're going to see, man.
We're just going to check your tonsils. Cough, please. And you're like, why have you got your hand
Can you
down my
please
pants?
take off your trousers? I'm just in for a sore throat. Take off your trousers.
A doctor is the only person you can go to where they come in. It doesn't matter. I'm a doctor. Let me feel.
Yeah.
like he doesn't even need to say hello.
And you know, you know what the worst part is, right? They charge you money for it.
Yeah.
Right? But you're not allowed to have a happy ending, are you?
No. That's why you have.
Talking about charge money, bulk bill.
Yeah.
But that's why they make you turn your head and cough because they don't want to see them smiling as they're doing it.
This is a late start to a podcast. We're going to talk print versus digital tonight. A bit of a topic close. We've had a few people asking
A
us.
big
you know,
debate, yes.
how we feel about it. But first off, we're going to talk print.
Ooh.
Print comic right now.
What are you talking about? I can get that digitally too.
Late last year, Marvel relaunched a lot of their books under the Marvel Now. Big relaunch, okay? And one of the ones that was relaunched was, of course, All New Xmen #1. That was one of the first ones out. And Brian Michael Bendis, Wade von Grobadger, and Stuart Immonen. Stuart Immonen was the artist on it. I met him a couple of years ago at Supernova in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Very nice bloke. Really nice to meet. And he's on the artwork there. Brian Michael Bendis writing. Now, we met Brian Michael Bendis last year, Gold Coast Supernova.
We did indeed.
Fantastic bloke to meet. Now, there are quite a few issues into it now, into the series. Steve, give us a rundown.
Oh, look, I haven't read Marvel 616 Universe in years.
Yep.
Big Ultimate fan, there from the beginning with Ultimate Spider-Man, well, Ultimate Marvel Team Up and then Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yep.
Then after Ultimatum kind of drops off a little. It's taken a while for me to get back into it. And I read X-Men versus Avengers versus X-Men.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, I'll give a few of the new titles a go after that. And I picked up this, and I have to say I am blown away. Like, I'm reading this over Ultimate now. I think it's the combination of Bendis on Immonen. It feels familiar because I'm used to them on Ultimate titles when Ultimate titles were good.
We're good, yep.
And so it's bringing me back, and, you know, there's characters here that I haven't read properly in years.
If you haven't picked it up, a quick breakdown. It's essentially Hank, isn't it? A Beast goes back in...
Beast is undergoing another mutation, and this one's going to kill him.
Oh.
And he doesn't want to die leaving the world in the hands of the now mutant revolutionary Cyclops is going to... You know, he's afraid of a mutant civil war.
Yeah.
So he goes back in time, grabs the 5 original X-Men, brings them forward to our time to say to Scott, you know, future Scott, dude, smarten up.
Yeah, don't lose your way kind of thing.
Yeah.
Remain a hero, not a villain.
Yeah, and, you know, and the big thing is, you know, you've got Jean Grey, who, again...
Resurrected.
Jean Grey dead, all of a sudden back, and everyone's flipping out. And is she back? Well, no, it's just a past self, but she's
So technically not back from the dead because she's back from the past.
to the future.
Yeah.
Did she have a DeLorean to help her come back?
Flux capacitor?
Yeah.
Shit.
I could have helped her out with that. I've got a flux
He's got a
capacitor
flux
at home.
capacitor. He really does.
I do.
Yeah.
Trust
Doesn't
me,
work.
man.
Doesn't
Well,
work. We've tried to
I've
go
tried it
back.
plenty of
As
times.
much rubbish as I've put into that thing.
I tell you what, because if we could go back in time, you would have been host way back when we kicked off Geek Speak first time round. Looked a pretty mug. He's man pretty. Look at him. Women, we've had fan mail for you. I
thought you were going to say we've had males saying how pretty he is.
Well, there's
that
a couple
too.
of them.
Oh.
We literally have had fan mail. When I say fan mail, it's emails, and some of them are quite creepy. It's like, can you do an episode where Steve has his shirt off? And we're like, no.
All right.
Not
What?
now.
No?
This is
no.
G-rated.
But we do. You've been very popular. We've had quite a few
Thank
emails
you.
and that people going digging
I'm
Steve.
having a
Anna?
lot of fun doing
Yes,
this.
Anna's had an amazing
Our girly
turnout.
geek, she's had a great, since she started presenting at the start of the year, the fan mail's flooded in. Of course, Anna's had some admirers. To the guys, don't put anything creepy in the mail, please. Seriously, she's in a relationship. And
To the girls,
Yeah.
all the creepy stuff you want.
Yeah, send him whatever you want.
Photos wearing a Hessian
Yeah.
bag on your head.
Girls, can you please stop sending me restraining orders, okay? It's getting tedious. All new X-Men, that series from Marvel now, with Stuart Immonen on art and Brian Michael Bendis writing. What would you give it out of 5? Geek Speak rating?
Look, this... I can't give it a full rating.
Yep.
It's at least 4 to 4.5. The writing's superb. The artwork is phenomenal. Immonen really has pulled out all the stops on this one.
Wow.
And it's bringing me back away from DC got me, and now this is bringing me back to Marvel.
Oh, good on you. There you go.
Don't
So,
go to the dark side.
Pop along. First volume will be out in graphic novel very soon, I'm guessing, and you can't miss it. It should be on shelf. Pick it up, the whole series. See what you can get in the way of back issues. Good stuff. Pop along to your local comic book store. Do it. You know you wanna. More of Geek Speak Live after this break. Thank you very much. Welcome back to Geek Speak Live. Our special guest again tonight, Mr. Steve Muller.
Thank you again
Geek
for having
Speak. And look, it's time to talk about a topic that can cause some high emotions when it's come up before.
Everyone has an opinion.
You and I have come to fisticuffs over
We
this
have.
before.
We have. Usually, we start out fighting. By the end of it, we end up cuddling.
What?
Which is kind of weird. What? Don't ask me questions. It just happens.
That's how I roll.
It's called bro love.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, print versus digital. Okay, this has been going on for a couple of years. Some of the big heavy experts have weighed in on it. Creators and that kind of stuff. But let's have a quick chat about it. You're pro digital.
I am very pro-digital. That's not to say I'm against print.
Yeah.
I still love print.
You haven't given up print completely, have you?
No. I feel digital complements
Print.
print.
Yeah.
It offers you just an alternative.
Yeah.
Like there is something very special about having that.
Can I hold it up to the camera? That's your. That's just a regular iPad. Oh, hello! I made it change screens. What are we looking at? Transformers.
The latest
IDW?
issue of Transformers, More Than Meets the Eye.
Look, I've tried it on the iPhone, right? I've got Comixology app on
Yep.
the iPhone. I've downloaded different comics and stuff like that and had a crack. I got to be honest, on an iPhone, I couldn't get into it. I think too small.
Well, you've got the guided view, but I've always been one for if I open a page, I want to take in the whole page and then go panel by panel.
Yeah.
I can't do just little panels. That's why, you've got a tablet that's 10 inches. It's barely smaller than a comic book.
Yeah, you're right. It's not too much smaller.
And you can zoom in and everything. Like on tablets, it's perfect. Smartphones, I'm a bit iffy about myself.
Yeah.
But
What were you doing back there? You're holding it up. Look.
I'm holding it up to the audience so that they can see what's going on.
I thought he was doing a Wheel of Fortune, and tonight you can win this lovely iPad, complete with Transformers.
But no, there's something definitely awesome about being able to carry every single one of these books on this table in that.
Yeah, but you can't pass it on to someone. You can't, you come into me and I've gone, oh, dude, I've read Civil War, and it's fantastic. I can go, here, take it home, read it. Right? And now you're not getting that much copy. Bugger off.
Now you can't do that with digital. Am I right?
Like, you pay.
Well, if you pay for an issue or, there are questionable means of getting them that we won't divulge.
You're talking piracy, online piracy. No, but okay.
But that's it, and you can still get them.
You're doing the proper thing, though, right? You go on
Comixology and
you pay your money. You buy your issue when it comes out. Okay. And you turn around and you go, oh, look, I've read the latest issue of Batman. It's fantastic. Scott Snyder's just knocking it out of the ballpark. Wade, you should read it. You can't share that file with Wade.
No, and that's where I am still a big lover of print, because someone can come over to my place and see my bookcase just full
of graphic novels.
And I'm like, oh my god, you have to try this book. Boom.
Load them up with an armful before they head home. Make sure you write their name down so they bring them back.
Yeah.
But I have broken so many bookcases from the weight in the shelves just bowing from the weight of the comics.
Is that because you're stepping on them to get to the high shop?
And have you ever tried to move a comic collection when moving house?
Yes, I did that last year.
Those, oh my...
Do you know the easy way around it?
I've broken my back.
Do you know the easy way around it, sir? You get multiple people to come and help you move.
Oh.
You call them in. You go, I'll give you pizza. And
wow.
Well, we don't all have as many friends as you, Tom.
You know what you really need to do is they need to work out a way of... Someone gets their iPad, right? Pretend that Civil War is an iPad, right? They need to be able to go, I got the latest issue of Transformers. Blunk.
Well, considering they can do it with photos and stuff through all those apps where you can do the shake thing and everything.
Yeah.
If you've got stuff, obviously not on Comixology, there are other comic readers that on Android as well, like Comic Zeal. There'd have to be a way to do it, but... Yep. In the legality of buying your own issues, do you think it does raise a few questions.
Digital, as it is currently today, is a great way of saying new readers possibly taste testing a bunch of series?
Yeah, well, considering like DC, known for it, like you pick up the latest issue of Aquaman, like 15.
Yep.
Throne of Atlantis, Part 2, free digital copy inside. You go to Comixology, you buy... So you've bought the print issue... You go to Comixology, you type in your code, you get the free digital one.
Yep.
You can have it on both.
Now that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I know people who are on Facebook actually who are print fans. They don't they don't have the tablets or anything like that. And what they do is they take a photo of the print code, for a book. They pop it on their Facebook to their friends and go, if any of you got a an iPad, first one to redeem it gets it, kind of thing. More power to you. So I guess you could share it in that way if you're a print fan, sharing with your non-print.
And the other problem with print is especially that, you're paying, about what's a single issue worth these days?
About $4 or something.
Yeah, about $4. You would think that, okay, printing cost, shipping cost, all of that if you were going to buy digital, it would be a lot cheaper. It's the same price.
Is it?
Yeah.
So essentially you're paying the same price you would for a physical copy.
Yeah.
For something that is you can't pass on, you can't do anything with it, and you don't actually own it. So if Comixology went belly up tomorrow, this is the thing that's irking people that I've talked to. If Comixology goes broke tomorrow, you've built an online collection worth $500.
Yep.
Okay. They go belly up, you've lost $500.
Well, you've got your backups and everything on your computer and stuff like that. Like that, once they're on your device, they're on your device.
I thought that you were only essentially
renting
cloud,
it,
and you're only getting access to it when you're on your device. Oh, I made the page change. I'm
going to look more into that. But I just feel like...
Continue on doing the show. I'll sit in and read this comic.
But if they're charging the same amount for print, that's taking money away from your local comic shop.
Yes, and we don't
because
want that to happen.
The people that have helped them build their business, these brick and mortar shops over the years that have helped comics flourish.
Yeah.
If you're suddenly charging the same amount of money to take it away and taking it away from the stores, it's kind of a...
Yeah,
it's a bad move.
I'll tell you what though, I work with comics retailing.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, lately, in the last, year and a half, I've seen more and more people coming in. They have read a couple of issues of a title on their device.
Yep.
Then they've come in and gone, how do I get into the series? Have you got the early issues, or can I grab it as a graphic novel?
Yeah.
And usually, I'll be honest, most of them end up turning towards graphic novels, the collected editions, and then they get hooked on that. So
Right.
they try new series on here. They might actually stay up to date and buy the singles on say, Comixology on the iPad.
So it's a
But,
bit of a taste tester for
Then
them.
they want
Yeah.
to own it. So once they've read all the issues, but they'll buy it as a graphic novel.
Okay.
Sometimes, usually a lot of the time, they'll actually spend the money and buy it as a hardcover because they want something very nice to hold on to, beautiful slick hardcover. And
There's that ownership of it. And I think...
as a retailer myself, I really I'm not scared of it. I don't like it myself. I prefer to hold a book in my hand.
I'd
do
prefer,
find the
I'd
problem
prefer
is,
to
like-
hold something this size than an iPhone.
I couldn't do it on an iPhone.
Oh, yeah, it's
and-
definitely better on a tablet, but I find, like, night reading, perfect.
Yeah.
But it does... You get a bit of screen brain.
Do you?
You're constantly looking at a computer screen. You lose the beauty of the artwork that's lost in a digital image. Whereas you pick up a book, you see that ink on
Yeah.
page, and there's something magical about that.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pop a poll on the... we tried it like 2 months ago.
Yes.
We popped it up on there, and it was good. It was actually people loved both, but I think print was winning out by a decent-sized margin. We'll pop it up again. We'll see what people's feelings are, our fans out there, whether you're a print or digital fan. But we'll be back with more Geek Speak Live after this break. Thank you very much. You're watching Geek Speak Live. Now, Steve Muller, our guest again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Print
Thanks for
versus
coming
digital,
back
what is
after the break.
it? Yeah.
Sorry?
Thanks for coming back after the break and not going.
I could have easily run.
Could have.
It's
Many
thanks.
people have.
Todd tied me to the table.
He's tied to the table.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember the noose that was around my neck?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are kidding. He's not tied to the table. He's chained. He broke the ropes. I want to ask you
Yes.
a question. Actually, but quickly finishing off, print versus digital.
Both.
But you're
I'm both.
Yeah, I'm more a print man. I forgot to ask you, big fella.
Well, I don't have an iPad, so I don't have the opportunity.
But have you tried it?
No.
So that was your first time?
The iPad.
You just broke your digital cherry.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get a clap for him? He broke his digital cherry.
Stop.
Live on TV.
Stop.
Hey?
Yeah, you know what?
You know what? He lost his other cherry live on TV.
Don't tell people that.
Security cameras. He was busted in a parking lot. But anyway.
Beatrice Brothers dropped upon us cherry.
Anyway.
I did break my cherry.
Would you stop talking about it now? I want to ask you a question. Say
We're being serious now?
Yes.
Okay, serious.
Yes,
We're getting serious.
Serious face.
Why am I doing that?
I don't know, man.
It's like Jay out of Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. But anyway, which 3 comic book characters, superheroes, just 3 comic book characters would you invite to dinner?
Oh, dude. Set me up for this one.
And we'll say it's a nice dinner. We're not going to just say like whacking on a couple of pizzas and a couple of beers, brewskis. We can if you want. But I think
you could
a nice
actually
dinner.
go to an expensive restaurant if
You
you
could
want,
go to
if you say
expensive-
wanted to.
Dinner for 4, you and 3 superheroes. Or comic book characters.
3.
3.
Wow.
Who would you pick?
Jeez, I don't know.
Come on, you got to pick someone. Do you want a good-looking woman like Wonder Woman or Huntress, actually? I love Huntress. Power Girl. Especially if she's wearing the costume with the cleavage.
The original Power Girl.
Not the new Power Girl, the
No,
DC.
the new
Oh,
costume's
two.
terrible.
Is that like the
No.
new costume? It's not. But anyway.
Well, it does seem to get destroyed every issue.
Does
but-
it? Who would you pick? Steve?
Oh, dude. Guy Gardner.
Would
Green
you?
Lantern, for one.
Yeah.
He can hold a drink.
He can.
Plus, he could take me, you know. We could have dinner on Oa with
Yeah.
the rest of the Green Lanterns.
I think he's fantasized about that too much.
Wow. That was a very quick answer.
We're talking about comic book characters.
Characters. It could be- doesn't have to be superheroes,
superhero
no.
villain.
Nope.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're going to need a big, decent-sized place to sit him down.
Yeah, and you
It'd just be a garage.
and he has to have Peter Cullen's voice.
Yeah.
Just so he could just talk through dinner, and I'd just sit there and...
You know. I wonder how much you're going to have to pay in
You'd be
Valvoline.
saying, just say the word passport. The word transpolitan.
Think about it. You're going to have to pay, it costs you a bit because you'd be buying 44-gallon drums. He's not
Of
drinking,
oil.
He's not drinking beer or fine scotch or something like that. He'd be drinking Valvoline.
Diesel?
You know? Yeah, diesel maybe.
Yeah.
What would he run on? Diesel?
It'd have to be diesel. He's a truck.
John.
Hey? Ethanol. Sugarcane juice.
It's a bit hard to buy the Allspark.
Yeah, that's right. Who else for you? That's 2. You got Guy Gardner.
I don't know. I feel like
Pick one more.
someone like that, you're gonna have someone who can afford it. So I feel like it's going to be Bruce Wayne.
You'd take Bruce Wayne? You'd be worried he'd be skipping out though halfway through the dinner. You know, it'd be like he's constantly looking out the window, waiting for the bat signal. You know,
He's just sitting there and
Wait.
the bat signal.
you know, the souffle comes out, and you're like, "Hey, Bruce, where did he go?" He's
Mind
like,
you, during the entree and during the main meal, he'd be all laughs and carry on, and then all of a sudden he'd just go, he'd be real serious. You
"Do you reckon
know?
Bruce Wayne would be like all laughs? Do you?"
Well, that's the character
Oh, the
he puts
persona
on.
he'd be
The
putting on.
persona he puts on.
So
We're
that's
not
your
talking
three.
to.
Bruce
Oh,
Wayne, Batman.
That's the three I'm going with now. But if I had a bit more time to think of it,
It's Geek Speak Live. You don't have time to think of anything.
Yeah, that's true.
We never think.
Yeah.
Explains the show some days, doesn't it? Who would you pick?
Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello. Not Raphael, because he'd skip out on the tab.
You reckon?
He'd be the type of character that no, bugger it. Wade can pay for that.
No, you know what it'd be? They'd bring it out. There'd be something in his soup, a fly, which would be weird because I thought turtles ate flies. But
What?
he'd probably flip.
Worms.
He'd probably throw the soup. He's an angry bugger, Raphael.
Yeah,
He'd be flipping
that's
tables.
why I
He's
wouldn't-
he's the best one. He's
He's
sarcastic.
my favourite turtle character out of all of the
Michelangelo,
You know, if
man.
you're going to dinner with
bet.
Michelangelo,
I gave you
he's
the
going
op-
to eat you out of house and home.
I gave you the orange microphone, Michelangelo.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, you know who I'd go?
What?
I'd have Iron Man, Tony Stark.
Yeah.
afford it and to
No,
drink with.
because I'm a heavy drinker, so he'd be great to drink with. You know, me and
He-
and Tony.
he'd have some-
I'd like
have
to
some
see you
stories.
two
Me
going
and Tony.
shot for shot.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Who else would I probably take?
You
out
do have a
with me?
Tony Stark-esque
Thank
look
you.
about you.
Thank you. I would probably also take
Discussing beard trimming.
Oliver Queen because of the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Van Dyke.
Another one. You just go with all the billionaires so you can just have one
Oh yeah,
bender of a
and then
night.
get to the end of the night, and I'd pull out my wallet and go, "Oh, geez, guys, can you come for me?"
and then get Aquaman back when he had the big beard and the claw.
No, I'm not taking Aquaman to dinner.
No. I am taking
No,
Jeff
as-
Johns Aquaman.
No, because sure as hell, I would take Aquaman to dinner, and you'd at least get the stink eye if you ordered the fish, wouldn't you? You know,
Or the lobster, and he'd just be staring across
just
at
like,
you like.
does that taste good? Yeah, it does. It's got butter on it.
No, you know what
You
he'd
know?
do? From under the table, he'd click his fingers, and the lobster go.
Do you know what? I'm not going to eat lobster again. Never. I like lobster, you bugger.
Pinchy, I made you some risotto.
Pinchy.
Who else would you take? I tell you what, I'd probably take Thor with me.
Really?
Another
because if you
drinker.
got into-
Another drinker.
Yeah,
Another
heavy drinker.
drinker.
No, if you got into a bar fight, Milner in your corner, that's just fantastic, you know?
What? Meow meow?
Milner.
Mjolnir.
What? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
Meow meow.
Why don't you just say big? Why don't you just say big ass hammer?
Well, you got a big ass Asgardian hammer going with you. And you know what? Not only that, if you took Thor with you, say it was a big group you were fighting, he just called in the Warriors 3 as a bit of extra muscle, wouldn't
I thought you were going to say.
I'd be under the table just going, Thor, he called you a sissy, and he said your long hair looks gay.
I thought you'd invite Thor so that Natalie Portman will rock up as well.
That's an idea, isn't it? Natalie Portman. No, you couldn't eat bacon.
If you,
What?
take,
Good.
if you take Thor, you're guaranteed.
Did you notice
To
in the
get
Thor movie?
hammered.
Did you notice? You think you're Thor?
Here and I, ladies.
Did you know?
But a bum ching.
Did you know that in Thor, the first Thor movie, did you notice when she's
Yeah,
cooking
when they-
breakfast the next morning, right after he'd shown her Mjolnir,
Mjolnir. Meow
that
meow.
she cooks breakfast, no bacon,
There was eggs and pancakes. There was no bacon.
no bacon. How could
Did you
have-
notice that? That was the
And-
first thing I noticed.
And this is relevant.
It's relevant. In
I
some
know
way.
you would make a suit out of bacon.
Just a bacon
you
soup.
could.
What we got on Natalie Portman talking about bacon. But Thor. I'm lost. Anyway, yeah, that's who I'd take to dinner.
Wow.
That'd be my three. Tell us who you would take to dinner. Your three favourite superheroes or comic book characters.
I'm going to have to think
superheroes.
more about it. There's got to be a better three, but yeah, I'm going with those for now.
Fair enough. There you go. Once again, look, thanks for coming on again tonight, Steve.
Again,
Our special
thank you for
guest.
having me.
Our special guest.
Having a lot of fun doing Geek Speak, doing the web series.
Yes, make sure. Where can you check out the web series, Jim?
YouTube.com/Geek Speak Australia, Facebook.com/Geek Speak TV, and we are on Twitter.
We are. What is it?
Geek Speak AU at Geek Speak
AU. There you go. And you can listen to our adults only podcasts at
We can be heard on Podbean and iTunes.
thanks to Big Top Network that we are partnered with Big Top Network.
That's right.
Fantastic. Great to be there. I hope you join us next week for another episode of Geek Speak Live. Catch you then.